Part 3. Need I do more introduction to the 790? Alright, we'll do a little review real quick. What did we do last video? We blew out the tank, carb swapped, and got the gasket cleaned off. Now we're going to, oh, and also did the barb swap. So, didn't get to the hardware store to find one, but I found this, and the end of it's eaten off, but we don't need that end. We need a smaller diameter, and maybe it's small enough. Really? Really? Anyways, small enough to fit into here and stay on. And it just so happens, it is. However, that's a bit excessive on the fuel line, so we need to chop it down to what the specs it should be. I mean, fits perfectly. And it's one from another saw, but still rubber and everything, just that little end fell off, so that's a bit excessive right there for a fuel line, you would think. Yeah, it's just gonna curl up on itself. So the other one was spec'd out shorter. Ow! Ouch. Taking that off. So, plus it's curved, so you would think about that much is what you need. But we'll see what we can get away with here, shall we? I found it in the garage. I'm like, I bet you that'll work perfectly. Rotate it to where the side we need it. This is generally the side you keep it on. I have to go even shorter. And it's a weighted one, so yeah. Yeah, a little too tall still. Make her just a, because that's technically where it goes through the tank and everything you need. So I'm trying to work with what I've got. Let me just cut that as our limiter right there. Yeah, that's good. Yep. That's it right there. That's what we're looking for. So, we've got that. We'll trim that one when the time comes. So, let's get this down. It's got a gasket on it, so we'll see if it leaks or it doesn't leak on us. I don't need to worry about that because that's air box right there. We'll get all the screws put in between whatever I've got, and I'll take the ones from the old airbox because they look like they were in better shape. Put them all the way around. Throttle returns, wide open throttle, back to that, so that is golden. It's almost like they wanted you to do such a swap. They just didn't make it straightforward. Tons of leftover tank screws, and these are really nice to have. And we're not going for prettiness or anything, so. And once again, big thanks to Mike Nolan for this tank top. It's weird how this 790, I don't know if it's ever had a tank change or not, but how it has the fuel bar up here, but yours had the barb on the bottom. So I'm not sure if yours had a swap or what happened. I haven't even looked it up either, so I'll let sleeping dogs lie. Don't leak on me, please. These screws are also a lot cleaner. The other one looked like it was drugged through the brush. Yeah, this just has the one, so. There. And then the hold down, which this hold down's broken, but it'll do the job. It'll do, laddie. Do your impact. And tighten this down in some weird configurations here. Center to out, right? I think that makes sense. sense to me. Or center out the best we absolutely can. I do not plan on running 1/2-inch chain on this guy. The only thing I could figure is being down south that come from Georgia, that it was running pulpwood, and 1/2-inch chain, even if it was micro, was cutting really soft wood. As dirty as it is, who knows? It could have lived life in the Pacific Northwest and went to Georgia and never done a thing in its life. So I don't know. I just couldn't tell you her history, other than what it was going to be, a lawn ornament. I think it was worth the money to save it. Still looking for a 790. So, I mean, 740. Still looking for one of them. Just to have the series, right? They seem to be pretty elusive. Ooh, magnetic. All right, quick tight down, everybody. Back to the real world tomorrow, back to work, back to the routine, till Christmas break. Kind of running out of Big Macs to service and everything. So if you got one like this, needs love, you're not going to get to it, let me know in the comments. Try to get in contact with you. I know it's a fat chance, but as we see, they go to a good home. More projects than runners. I don't want something that runs and it needs nothing. Unless the price is right and it's just you're tripping over it. Anything from a simple carb swap to, I mean, I guess a full rebuild wouldn't hurt and everything. So, no, the inside ones. All right, that's good. So, got that. Gonna tell you what I do with the gas cap. It's around here somewhere. Just dummy me. It seems to do something with the gas cap. But we'll get this fuel line hooked up here. It ain't pinched or anything. It ain't in the way of the fuel line or nothing. Wish I had a better set of cutters, and I did, but they're outside. Go figure, huh? Alright. Well, I'll check this back one right here. You know what? Shouldn't even bothered. They're outside. Had to take them out there for something. So, well, we'll start longer and we'll work our way smaller. So, that little curly Q right about there. And that's going to push up on the filter a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we can get away with shorter and be just fine. And this is vinyl tubing, and yeah, it'll harden up, and it's considered a no-no, but it'll work, and it's gonna work, whether it likes it or not. Look at that. Like it was meant to be. All right, let's get this wrap handle back on, shall we? Do some parts, of course, in case something happens. See? Nothing changed. I promise. Was there really only? Yep, there was really only one bolt on the bottom holding this together because they cut the other one off. I didn't realize that till now. You should clean that first, Brian. Yeah. We might later. I just want to see it run good. Ooh, rubber's a little iffy, so we'll get her back apart. She ain't a full restoration or nothing. It's almost like it was a trench sole, a poor thing. I'll get these upper ones. Oh, there's the gas cap. You guys could have yelled at me sooner saying, there it is, doofus. There it is. Could have said it sooner. Y'all saw it. Why didn't you say something? Where are we at here so you guys can still see what we're fighting? For some reason with this all, it feels like the workbench space got smaller. Oh, there we go. Hold on. There we go. There we are. See? What a good POS you are. Yeah, look at this. Look at that bucking spike down there. You guys see that? I mean, look at that monster. Maybe. I know that's hardware because it's dirtier than heck. Unless somebody has different bolts. Oh yeah. The thing that's going to tie them both together, but let's face it, one is just sitting there idle. Yeah. Oh no, that kind of looks almost like stuff from the Pacific Northwest if I go off with my Model 73. That dirt seems to be about similar. I mean, very similar. I've only been to Pacific Northwest once, and that was when I was 16, 17. I think I was 17. Yeah. Cousin's wedding out there in Dallas, Oregon. So, a pretty nice place, I will say that. Beautiful. Went and seen Mount Rainier and stuff like that. Of course, the McCulloch craze wasn't even, chainsaw craze didn't even seem like it existed. If it did, like I said, I was too young, but glad I got into it when I did. Still a lot of hidden beauties up there. So it's thought. Yeah, one of these bolts is a hex, and there was a square hex. And this one's been replaced, so that's why we got a little bit of a difference. Of course, what I do with the nuts, I go underneath this thing. There's a couple. There's a couple. Ooh, don't smash my fingers. There's another. You know what? Next video, we're definitely going to have a nut and bolt organizer. We're definitely going to do that. Should have had it by now, but what can you do? The anti-vibration rubber mounts on this are in very excellent shape, despite the saw what it looks like it's been through in its life. And I'll be changing the sprocket out at some point. I've got a couple other saws outside with drums that'll work. But for all purposes right now, we're just trying to see if how well she'll run. Oil. It looks like it ran a very, very generous bar on it because the oiler is all the way out. Woo. Still see me? We're under here. One thing I gotta say, it definitely has the push for these saws and everything. Is as a kid, I loved building model cars. That was one of my favorite things to do. And I know it's like, well, they sell saw kits out there. I'm like, I'm not ready for one of them yet. The handlebar sure did take a beating back in her day. She wasn't no princess, so she was bad mammal jammal getting out there and cut all the wood or dig all the trenches, whichever one this saw on a daily basis. And we got one of the nuts missing, but that shouldn't hurt anything for the time being. Ow, bucking spike, painful. Imagine how many trees that rammed into. May need to touch it up too. Very generous though in size. Oh yeah. I kind of want to go start it, you know. See what she's gonna do. Late at night. Okay, I can't say late night. It's dark. It's only almost 6 o'clock, so we'll have to fix that. Yeah, we'll have to get a C-clip, E-clip, or something around that. E-clip to hold her in place. So, I don't know if I have a starter outside I gotta either replace, fix, or it's just a good one in storage. No idea yet. Let me go check that. This one doesn't have a decompression, and it's a higher compression saw, so I have started it with a drill. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, we'll go, I'll go outside real quick and I'll go check and see if I've got one of them. Alright, went out to the parts stash. Move that thing down to there. Hey, let's see if I can find a case. You know what? We are going to clean slate. Or clean slate. Alright, so I went out to the parts, been outside, and good news. I knew I had one more. I've got one with a built-in adjuster. Got a slight little crack back there. So, centerpiece and everything. Bad news. No spring. Somebody's repainted it, which I don't care. But what I do have has a spring in it. It's a non-adjuster one. And you wouldn't think it. Yeah, you couldn't do it. An average Joe couldn't just. Maybe he could. Maybe he couldn't. I don't know. Thickness differences there, but anyways, so that one, however, has the spring I need. And you know what kind of grenade that will be. So we are going to attempt to try and zip tie it together get gloves on, zip tie it, and take it from here and transfer it to here. And this has its output thing up here for the holder. This one has it on the back, but that's just simple clocking. So, also got our centerpiece here that the spring will hook to. We are going to restring it because this is cheap, junky rope. I think I might have put in. Yeah, that I put in, and it snaps real easy. And I've got this rope, which is proven against the CP125 not to break, versus the other stuff right here. I've had it snap on smaller, so I'll get things set up here. I might change this off camera and everything. There's plenty of how-to videos on how to get the rope and everything changed out. Yeah, I'm gonna need something thinner to get him. Oh wait, hold on. There it goes. I might do it off camera. Anyways, okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and go with the flow here for a minute. What it is, it's held in by this little nail right here. Melt the end, little nail right here, and that's what holds it and retains it in. I've had to drill this out slightly to get the rope to fit in, so we're going to put stronger rope in. This stuff is very stretchy and it breaks easy, so I might do that off camera. Let's get that spring transferred over first here. So let me get my gloves and everything on. Alright. Sit up there. Ah, curved first try. Hold on, actually I want the curve. Curve right there for me. No idea if this is going to work, to be honest. I've done this before, but it was with a brand new spring, so I had the little metal retainers on it, and it was literally like, this is a grenade. You cut them, and that's the end. I'll get that other side. Reason why I put gloves on, because I really do not want to have a cut on my hands like from this. Alright, we'll go over here and we'll walk it over. What do you think? Success rate on this, guys? Give myself, I don't know, 50%. We'll be generous. 50% success rate that the zip ties are going to work. Don't use your teeth, kids. They're very valuable. Actually, we'll peel her up. The other side's holding. Excellent. We might just be able to transfer this really stupid simply. See? Holding nice and firm. I don't even know if we needed that one, to be honest. Woo! Yeah. I'll play Daredevil there now. Make sure you can put it where everybody can see it, Brian. As a teacher said in school, show your work. Okay, whatever. Uh-oh. Oh, we're losing the battle. Don't lose the battle. Don't lose the battle. Don't lose the battle. Hey. Yes. Yeah, we got her. We got her. Is that the success it feels like with a heart transplant minus a few more hours of work? Right. So transferred over successfully. And then this is where the zip tie screws me. Just blows up. I've had one of those pop out. Everywhere. The end. You just turn off the lights and good night. Alright, so we'll get this. Move on to the rope. And I don't have a good sturdy pole handle, and I'm not going to get one off like that tiny weed whacker outside I got, so I'm not dealing with that. I don't need the gloves anymore. I just had it for that. Goodbye, junk rope. Hello, 500 foot. Some lawn business was going out of, was it 500? Yeah, 500 foot, number 5. Some lawn business was going out on Amazon or whatever, and some guy in a group said, hey, you know, they've got 500 foot for $10 shipped from Amazon, and I was like, all right, so I had to redo my Amazon name real quick and everything, my password and stuff, and managed to snag one of them. And I wasn't expecting literally the next day it arrived, so I don't know how much that guy was out. Wink. We're gonna need to... I left the torch outside, didn't I? Yep. So, let me go outside and get the torch real quick, guys. You guys forget, so. Got the torch. But keep my gloves back on because I need to melt the end of that, and that stuff is like napalm. Yeah, I know I said I'd do the rope off camera, but that would have made for a really short video tonight. Kind of feel through the glove, but kind of stops it at its tracks. So, all right, which way do we thread this, guys? I forgot. This way. Memory serves me right. Now that nail that I had on that little piece right there, we're going to need that to put back through. Question is how to get that through. That might be a pain. Hold on, let me get that through there. I think I'm going to heat it up and kind of press it through. We'll see what happens. Got it. Hello with the needle nose pliers. Got that puppy cherry hot with the torch. Put it right, the rope right over the hole here and pressed it right through. So that should hold theoretically. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. So now we got to measure out 12,354 feet, or 3 foot, I guess. Whichever seems about right. Eh? Yeah, because that's the downside, then that pulls. Yeah, so. We're just going to go with until the spool's filled, and then we'll play from there. Like I said, we're going to need extra for when we get a cover. Can't believe that's the only thing I don't have. One of those covers. I know a guy that'll have them, but I don't want to inconvenience him on just one part. So we'll see what the bay has got, if anything, and if not, then I'll poke around and see what people have got. All right, there we go. Call that a golden. Ow! Got some on me. Pinch though, not much. So, 500 foot of rope should be God's plenty to do this job, right? And others. And that's that Sten stuff too. I wonder if that spring needs redone. That's a good question. Don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, I need to also get the pin and everything for that too. Really can't do too much more on her. Way to fix that, you gotta heat it cherry red, bend it around, and then it'll work inside that thing really good. It won't slide out. Press that down a little. I don't know, it might hold the way it is. I think I took it apart for other purposes. I got the camera started, I'm not yammering. Yeah. Fun. Done that many times. Talking and talking and talking, and it's like, oh wait, you gotta turn the camera on so people can hear you. Come on, baby. Alright, what's stopping me? You literally just slid on there a moment ago. Oh wait, I know. I know exactly what it is. The spring is interfering with the shaft in the center. I remember I've had that problem before too. I remember I've had that. That's something wonky. All right, hold on. We'll fight that. Let me fight that off camera. Right when I get it, then we'll be back. That took entirely too long. But that's pretty much as far as I can go since I lack the parts and everything. I got to get a handle, the side cover thing, and I got to get some bar nuts. I think I've got bar nuts around here somewhere. So, but let's oh, you know what? We can take a look at that sprocket, actually. And I did find one of those outside. It was already free going with the clutch I had. So, a clutch I have with an Oregon 1060-24 with the bearing in it and everything. And it's got a 7-pin sprocket on it. That's in good shape. So, we may swap the clutches out. Let's go take a look at it. It's a little strip, but Jeremy Bell told me about a 6-point socket on it, and see if you can get her off that way. So, what a mess. Everybody making a mess on my tools. So he said take that to it, and oh yeah. We gotta, there's a mark right here, right there. We need to get a socket. Can't remember if I told you guys about this already, but that's how you, it's also for timing, but also stopping it, so we gotta go backwards on it. I think it might be a 9/16 actually. A 6-point on her, and then see if she'll undo. Oh, came off easier than it should have. Gotta fight that. See if we can't fight that. Yeah, it's getting new nut anyway, so. And I had a bunch of these. I don't know what I did with them, of course, before I started organizing some of the stuff and everything, so. I used to have a really nice rubber mallet, and I think I brought all those tools back out. I wasn't anticipating doing this part, but I found that out there and forgot to bring that in, so. Alright, you guys want to go back outside with me? Yeah, who wants to go back outside with me? Everybody raise your hands. Alright, stubborn me didn't want to go outside. A couple 1/2-inch wrenches under here. Beat the crap out of the nut. And with some heat. Alright, it did pop up. Yeah, literally just had it popped up here. There, it's trying. It's wiggling loose. Come on, sweetie. Okay, well, there's that. There's the clutch. Okay, so I knew it popped. Ooh, it's still warm. Now it's after 10 minutes. Torch gets her hot. Ooh, a little warm. A little warm. Yeah, we needed to change that out. Alright, we gotta knock the key out of here. Yeah, I was gonna have to replace the nut anyways. So it's like, you know what? I'll just beat on it with some tools. Sorry. Everything's a hammer. According to Adam Savage, everything's a hammer. Alright, so we gotta gently tap that out. I don't even have a hammer. What am I doing? Gently, and it's going. I'm not sure what the key really does for this process. The taper is what does the holding. So I've sheared keys. They shear very easily, so I'm unsure. Yeah, good thing we decided to change out that clutch. Good thing I found one too. I forgot I had her, like I said, you know. There we go, there we go. Out. We're going to put that on top of that over there. So, right. Now, is that a half? 61185, McCulloch Corporation, 500, weird symbol, 6. And that's part of the drum, too. Let's go get our 1/2 inch out. And we're going to compare. Mine's a 7-tooth 1/2 inch. This is a 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6. And this is a 7. And that ain't even the least bit wore down. But from what I'm seeing here, that is indeed a 1/2 inch. Looks to be a 1/2 inch sprocket. No, I can't even say it's a 404/8 or anything, or 7 like that. There's a 3/8, and that's too small. 404, that's too small for a 404. Yeah, because you match up the gaps and they just don't line up. The half though on the 7s, that's a little wider on them. So that is appears to be 61185. I'll look that up here in a bit. But this is integrated into the sprocket here, and it goes side to side. So that's a 1/2 inch chain from the looks of it. So I got a new 4047 right here. However, the one that's on this, it ain't too butt ugly. Kind of debate, what chain do we want to run? We got a 3/8 58 outside. I don't know. I don't know, guys. We'll slap a 404 on her because we'll just slap somebody else's bar on it for test cuts and everything. I ran out of memory in the SD card, so it cut off on me. Where were we? Anyways, got the clutch on. Got the drum on. I got to get a nut for the clutch. And a cover for this and retaining pin. So we're that close. So hopefully next video she will be running. Even if we got, it's got quite a bit of compression to it, so I don't know about starting her with a drill. That might tear some stuff up. So anyways, thanks for watching. So close to victory, guys. So close. Here. Yeah. All right. Thanks.